This is the Liverpool Stadium, and we are about to get seated. 199 and 200. Pretty good seat. Who that? Let me see, give me the thing. Well, it's supposed to have a long hair or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. About like that. Huh? Yeah. And that's motor already. Is it? I don't realize. It's zero
Okay, so I was we went on a trip last weekend, and it was just amazing, man. We went to Liverpool. Um, we went to see the uh, Liverpool and playing their first home game, and it was absolutely awesome. You know, I tell all fans, all football fans, watching it on TV is awesome, but listen, you got to go to the game. You know, put it on your bucket list and at least go to one game. You know what I mean? Go to two games, whatever. So, for the English Premier League, my team is Liverpool, but I also support Arsenal and Spurs. I have never been to a Arsenal or a Spurs game. I think I will eventually end up there sometime soon. But for now, it's all Liverpool. And the game against Bournemouth last weekend was awesome. The first goal, it got the stadium was quiet as a mouse, man. After they scored that first goal, the place was quiet. I tell you. But after that, things pick up, and of course we scored three goals, and it was awesome, great, great. And you can see I'm wearing the kit, the home kit, and look kind of retro. I like this. I like this look. But I didn't realize that Fabinho had left Liverpool. I did not realize that. Um, and I really like Fabinho. James Milner has always been my favorite player wherever he plays. That guy is something else, man. His work ethics is, man. I tell you, he doesn't moan, he doesn't grind, he just get on with business. You know what I mean? From his Newcastle days to his Manchester City days to Liverpool days, he's always been the same. He never let up. But I do think if I were to make a suggestion, I think he, I didn't think he should move on to another thing. I think he should have just retired. But that's just me talking. He's still good. He's still good, and I will always follow him. I really love James Milner, and he will always be my top pick player wherever he goes. Absolutely stunning, and he never cries. He just do his work. You know, he never cry. He never roll, and you know, James Milner is just one professional player that I wish everybody would emulate. You know. So anyway, he has moved on, and I wish he had just retired. You know, what I mean, I didn't want to. I didn't want him come and play against Liverpool again. You know what I mean? I didn't want to see that. But good luck to James Milner, and I will follow him, and he will always be my favorite player. Period. You know. So Fabinho left, Firmino left, and Jordan Henderson left. So I do understand that they have to get young blood in to refresh the team, So it's all good. So we had great seats on the sideline, couple rows up on the side, not in the cop. The first time I went to Liverpool, I was in the cop. The cop is something else, man. If you go in the cop, it's just pandemonium over there. People just standing up and just shouting, and you get into it and you start shout too. It's a feeding frenzy. In the cop. It's just awesome. So yeah. So we went there for the weekend, and it was great. It was great. We had a great time, and then, but anyway, the game at Liverpool was absolutely awesome. You know, we got good seats. We got real good seats. I forget what it was on the sideline. You know, in the middle section, and we could actually see the players. You know, we didn't go into the cop where everybody. The cop is just, it just. The first time I went to Liverpool, I was in the cop, and it was just absolutely stunning. But the cop is for hardcore supporters, man. Those guys, they just shout, and everybody stands up. Nobody sit down. You know what I mean? Everybody stand up. So, so I did get the hospitality ticket, and I ended up at a lounge where I had to pay for drinks and food. You know, the other times I went to Liverpool, and I was in the hospitality section, and everything was provided. I could just pick my food, drink my drinks, and it's all good. But I just wanted a ticket. I just, because the tickets are so hard to come by, so I just bought a ticket, two tickets actually, and one for me and one for the wife, and we really enjoyed the. I mean, she really enjoyed the game, really. And this new Japanese player, yeah, he started off real good. I think we have a good player in the making there, you know. So so anyway, after Liverpool, we went to London, and of course I went digging for vinyl records, as usual. So I went to Rough Trade, I went to Sister Ray's, I went to Honest John. I was searching for a jazz album, and it turned out that the guy saw me looking at albums, and he was like, "Wait a while, you know, um, this guy's looking for the same album that was just sold." So so I was looking for the Charles Tolliver Music Inc. Compression LP, and there were like two other Charles Tolliver albums. And the guy watched me looking at these albums, and I go over to him and I say, "Do you happen to have this? Do you ever heard of this Charles Tolliver Compression Compassion album?" So man, I just sold it like an hour ago. I mean, I've been looking for this album all over, man. I just couldn't find it. But anyway, I just picked up only three albums. I picked up while I was in London. I picked up this compilation here. This is 1969, 1975. It's a various artists jazz album, and then I pick up Sly and Robbie, Master of Ceremony dub, and I picked up King Tubby. So the thing is, it seems like in Japan, if you want to get jazz, in my experience now, if you want jazz albums, you go to Japan. No two ways about it. Hands down, they got the best selection of jazz I've ever seen. Wherever you go in Japan, just you can always get some real good jazz album. And London, England is for reggae music, man. I'll tell you. Reggae was born in Jamaica, but it moved to London. England, you know. in London, Birmingham, wherever in England. So I went to Jamaica, and record store don't have almost no. They don't have any reggae music, to be honest. I go there, and all I see is CD in the record store, CDs, right? But in London, you get. I mean, I just asked the guy, can you recommend a good dub album? And boom. So yeah, this was one, King Tubby. And so I bought King Tubby and Sly and Robbie. I bought some other, last year I was there, and I bought some other dub records from that store. That's Sister Ray record store. That's an awesome record store to go to. So if you're in England, if you're in London, check out Sister Ray record store. And Honest John is good for jazz. They got tons and tons of jazz music, jazz album. You know what I mean? So yeah, so from Liverpool we moved on to London, and as usual I go digging for vinyl records, but this time I didn't come up with a whole lot of vinyl. I went to Soho, and I went to Notting Hill. In Notting Hill you have Rough Trade Records, and you have Honest John record stores, and I go to those too. Honest John has a lot of jazz, and I really like that. And I was searching for a record, and Tolliver, I forget his first name. Music Inc. Compassion, that was the name of the album. And I was looking through, and the guy was watching me, and he says, and I went over to him and I said, do you have this album? Because I have a list. Now when I go to a record store, I have a list, and I have a picture of the record. So I go over to him and I said, do you have this record? He just looked at me, just laughed and said, man, I just sold the record about an hour ago, because I watching you watch that same guy going flipping through, and the guy was going through the same bin and looking at the same artist, and he was wondering why, these two guys come in looking for the same artist. So I thought that was funny. So anyway, I didn't get that album, so it's one I've been searching for, and I'll catch it sometime. Yeah. So and then I went to another store in Soho. I went to what's it called? Sister Ray record store in Soho, and I bought some records here, and I can. So in the beginning of this video, you hear the record. That was Sly and Robbie. So I pick up Sly and Robbie, a few of their albums, still playing in the background now. All right, that's another Sly and Robbie I picked up. And King Tubby, I asked the guy to recommend a good dub album, and he just pulled this out and said, man, you gotta hear this. And I'm telling you, this is wicked. Yeah, King Tubby. And of course I purchased another Sly and Robbie. And then this is a compilation album. This is jazz compilation, various artists. I haven't listened to this one yet, but the Sly and Robbies are wicked, So if you go to London and go digging in Soho, that's a good place, and Notting Hill, they got a few record stores over there, But I can recommend Sister Ray and Honest John. But Rough Trade Record is kind of interesting, because I went to Rough Trade Record in June of this year in New York City, in Manhattan there, and they had more It's not just vinyl they carry clothes and they carry other stuff, and then one section have vinyl. And I went to this record store in Notting Hill, and it's the same thing. It's not all vinyl. They have clothes and they have vinyl, and they seems like they don't carry too much used record anymore. At least in these stores, they have more brand new records and then a small section with some used records. So but that's okay. They change it up a bit. So um, just something to I thought I'd point out to you if you go to Rough Trade Records. Yeah, so it was a great trip, and I really enjoyed it. You can see me in my latest Liverpool kit. This is their home kit. Kind of look retro. You know, retro kit kind of. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're a Liverpool fan or a Manchester United fan or whichever team fan, because for me personally, Liverpool is my team, period, and I also support Arsenal and Tottenham. I have not been to a Tottenham or Arsenal game yet, but it's in the works, and I will end up there sometime soon, you know. But yeah, you should really check out the team. It's not the same thing, and of course you don't get you don't get any replay. So if you're at home, you get more replays and you can see what happened. But in when you go to the game, it's just one take, boom, one take and it's gone, one take and it's gone, one take. You don't see what happened. There's no replay. But meeting new fans and you sit down and talk and talk and talk football. So I had the hospitality ticket, and I met a lot of people and just talk football and talk about the team. Yeah, you learn a lot, from people. All right,